Hello, my name is Ecreon, and I figured I should make a quick video on how I hit GM2 in under 40 hours at that. Now, I hit this yesterday, 39.8 hours, and I have a pretty wide array of stuff that I play. But the character I'm going to be playing for the most part in this final game that got me to GM2 at 0 points out of 100 is Doctor Strange. And as you can see, I have 2.3 hours on that man. I am not an experienced Doctor Strange, and you shouldn't look at my Doctor Strange gameplay and think this is exactly how you should play him and this is how a GM player plays him. This definitely isn't, but it's close enough, and it's got very fundamental things. I think that this gameplay that I'm going to show you has very fundamental ideas, and I'm going to try to explain them as I go. So may as well just get straight into it. As you can see, it was a pretty even game. We did have a Hawkeye on our team. The enemy team had one as well. Ours might have been better. But I'm telling you, at the beginning of this game, let's just find out. At the beginning of this game, I started out on DPS, and I knew immediately that it was not gonna work, and you're gonna see why. So let's skip through a little bit, see what we banned. I don't remember what we banned. This happened last night. I just got back from work right now, and I was thinking about this game. I was thinking about all these tips videos I've been seeing, all these tips people give, and all these general tips that people give that are so vague and just kind of shit. They don't really help many people because everybody's heard them 10 times over. So I'm going to try to give like an in-depth explanation of the gameplay and why I'm making the decisions I do. Somehow we end up banning the same people on each side. Obviously Bruce is banned because the hero combo with Iron Man is just busted, and then Hela. We should have banned Hawkeye, but luckily we had the better Hawkeye, so it worked out fine. Let's see, I was thinking about going Hawkeye at first, but then my teammate, I was playing with one person, me and my friend Soriski. These were actually the first 3 games I've ever played with him. I just found that dude randomly off of the Overwatch Overwatch LFG, the Marvel Rivals LFG, and he was telling me I should play something I'm more comfortable with, and I told him I'm pretty comfortable with this, but he was right. I probably should play a character I have more experience with, and Namor is one of them. My top 3 DPS are definitely Punisher, Namor, and Winter Soldier. Those are my 3 mains. Now you're gonna see I picked Namor just for the spam damage, prevent the dive, and we were expecting a portal here, so we'll see if they do portal. My Magneto's ready for that.
Focus on the battle.
Pretty good so far. Let's close this down, make it look a little better. Now I see that they have a Hawkeye and a Black Widow, and I'm trying to be very passive right here. And unfortunately, they had so much pressure on us that we just got rolled. You see I'm spamming damage. It's not doing much. Ideally, I would have gotten a kill there, but it wouldn't have made a difference.
Like the tide, Namor always rises again.
You need to stop that
I think I run
vehicle in
this
its tracks.
Namor for one more life. I did not notice at first that my Strange swapped to what did he swap to? My Strange swapped to
Better stop that vehicle.
the Hawkeye. And this was a guy that did pretty damn good on Hawkeye, so it was a good swap from him. But our team wasn't really ready for that, I wouldn't say.
Drown them.
As you see, they got Magneto and Doctor Strange, and that puts a lot of pressure on the front line. They can just keep walking up with both of their shields. There's nothing you can really do about it. But the most important thing I was thinking about is that they have a Black Widow and they have a Hawkeye. Now, I'm not really worried too much about this Black Widow because I played her last game and she got destroyed by us. You see, I completely missed my ult there. Don't worry about that. That was intentional.
Magneto!
Okay, so they just committed Magneto ult.
Like the tide,
They also used Black Widow ult. Now, I realize these two snipers are going to be a big problem. So I go Strange. Keep in mind, I got 2 hours on Strange in total. I have a pretty good idea what I'm doing because I have a lot of experience on Overwatch. About, I'd say, somewhere around 10,000 hours on Overwatch. But I don't really play shield tanks besides, like, Sigma. And I kind of treat Strange like Sigma in a way. Sigma usually plays very aggressive. I do the same with Strange. You see I'm doing the shield technique where I'm putting it up and putting it right back down. But the thing that I notice a lot of Stranges do is they waste their shield. They hold it up for too long. They think they're blocking a lot of important damage, but they're really not. Now they have 2 snipers. All of their damage is important in a way, but you have to manage it. You can't just use all of your shield at once, and you can't push too far forward because then you force yourself to defend your own life. And when you're defending your own life as Strange, you're not defending anybody else. You waste all your shield, get no progress. Now this Strange gets behind us, gets a big ult. There was nothing I could really do about that personally. I really want to go back and just look at that because I remember dying to this. I shit you not. He shot the tip of my cape. You see that right there? He shot the tip of my fucking cape and he killed me. I hate Hawkeye so fucking much. Anybody that mains Hawkeye, no offense, but you suck.
There's still a chance to stop them.
The doctor is in.
You suck as a person.
You look tired. They hit a checkpoint.
So
Now might be a good
we
time
got
to
rolled
stop
off
them.
at first, and second point we didn't do very hard. I'm not speaking right. Do very well. Now right here, my Magneto is playing very aggressive, and I don't want to push up with him because I thought he was going to die immediately, but my supports are goated, and I probably should have pushed up to help him earlier because we maybe could have gotten picks earlier,
Deep freeze.
but that's exactly why I didn't.
I need assistance.
If the enemy team had focused that Magneto a lot better than they did, then that Magneto would have been dead a lot earlier.
Better stop that vehicle.
See, I take my time to escape, and then since I was a little bit further back, I had enough time to save my Hawkeye from getting killed right there, and I think that was really important. Had enough shields, and I had enough time to get back to my team because their tanks were being really aggressive. Now I call out that Black Widow there, she dies immediately. This was a really big ult.
Double KO.
Now we already had a pick,
Got them all.
but I kind of want to go back and just show you why I ulted here, even though we had a pick.
A nice deep freeze.
Now keep in mind, they got 2 shields that could block my ult, and I was thinking about that the whole time. But look at who's in there. My Black Panther. My Black Panther is a huge distraction. He's full HP, and while they're looking at him, while he's full HP, I'm gonna ult. This is a big opportunity, and you have to take those.
By the eye of Agamotto! I can't move dark magic.
Double KO. You got them all.
3 is a powerful number.
Now this is a very long defense. I'm not sure if I want to wait out the entire defense. But we'll keep watching for a little bit and see if anything important happens.
Strike us from a safe distance.
I'm just holding up my shield right there because nobody's damaging it, and I'm just making sure none of the snipers get a kill. And I'm playing up at this corner so that they are unable to push that point any further. See, my Magneto's holding on one side and I'm holding the other. Defending both sides so that none of their tanks or DPS can push around us. Now that Magneto goes for an ult behind us, but it was irrelevant. He didn't kill anybody.
I like the cold.
Let's see,
I am strength.
they used their Luna ult there as well, but they had to back up.
You stopped them in their tracks.
This was an
By the
insane
eye
hook
of Agamotto.
by that guy. I am kind of curious how that Strange didn't kill anybody, but it's kind of obvious once you think about it. If the Strange comes in and he gets a big ult, what else does he need to get those kills? He needs his team. Where's his team whenever he ulted? And where are we? Well, half of us are behind this corner, and the other half are hidden behind the payload and me. I was playing up because that's where I should have been, and even though the Strange got behind me, I didn't chase him. I didn't worry about him, even if he did ult. If he got 1 or 2 kills, it might have been a little different, but he didn't. Now here I'm trying to make sure my mag doesn't die. He lives. I'm missing a bunch of shots. Just shows you how little experience I have on this character. But that's not really important. What's important is that I'm making sure my team is alive and that they're not getting any progress. I don't want to give them the opportunity to push forward.
Leave me, darkness. Your aim is blessed, Hawkeye.
You stopped them in their tracks.
And we got about 30 seconds left. We have 2 ults. 2 really big ults, actually. Our BP dies. Now, this should be a loss. Just an instant loss of this fight. Our mag is way too pushed forward, so I help him out. I make sure we're backing out properly. I'm holding up a little bit just
By the eye of
to pop my ult.
Agamotto.
This ult was massive for us. Let's go a little bit further back. Even though my BP's dead, I had enough time to let my team do a little bit more and get a little bit closer to their ults. Also, to let my BP come back. See, if I wasn't full HP right here, and my mag wasn't full HP, I wouldn't have done this. Now in this situation, let's see. I don't even know how to go into free cam. There it is, free cam. Damn, I have never used this thing before. I'm sorry. Free cam is saved for another day. But there's a payload behind me, and that payload's blocking off my team's LOS. But I had some charge on my E, and I was confident that I was going to get at least a couple people right here, unless somehow this Luna Snow slept me. But you saw that I used my shift to fly in. What is that sound? I used my shift to fly in, and that Hawkeye got picked immediately. And we get her. Now that guy right there was the one that saved that fight for them. But at the same time, I forced that ult out of him early. I forced it out early so that he didn't have it for the last fight. It's really important that you use your ults and think about what you're trying to do with them in reference to the other team. What is my ult going to force out of them? it's probably going to force out a pretty massive ult, either a support ult if the support wasn't stunned by it, or a massive DPS ult, which they used. Now, I died quickly, and that's really important. If your team's getting wiped, you better get on that point, and you better get wiped too, because you gotta get back fast. I was thinking about teleporting here. I don't know if I did. No, I didn't. I thought we might need to teleport in case we lost this fight right here. Alright, so now that their Luna's ulted and one of my supports is dead, I was going to play passive, but then we Luna ulted. And we got a pick. Now see, this Strange is still going for those backline ults. But the difference between his backline ults and my backline ults is that my team was ready for them. His was clearly not. Now, I'm trying to focus the Luna here. And I died to the Luna ult, but force that out at the very least. I believe I used my TP here. Or we win it. One or the other.
Mortal pain is no match for the Sorcerer Supreme.
No. Didn't use my TP. I'm forgetful. They got off point. The Cloak and Dagger is the one that forced them off a point. Now you see how long that took? That defense was long as hell. But our attack did not take very long. Our attack took about half that time.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
So I stay on Strange here. If it works, don't try and fix it. Now here, I was contemplating whether or not I should use my teleport to go behind them. Now, some people say, no, you shouldn't, it's already so, everybody expects it. Well, just because everybody's expecting it doesn't mean that they're going to be able to deal with it. And if you don't take the risk, you're never going to get a reward. You have to do something with your portal. And I am very inexperienced with Strange, so I'm kind of doubtful about my portals in general. But I took the risk anyway, and you'll see what happens.
Before you attack, get ready.
Clint, there's nobody I'd rather save the world with than you.
Back at you, Nat. Show me where I can get a shot at Doom.
On it.
Alright, and I just want to tell every Strange player,
4, 3,
if you're gonna portal,
1.
say it.
Don't forget.
Tell the team you're gonna portal. Now look, I fucked this up. This just shows you how bad I am at Strange. Now I decide not to put it directly on top of them. I don't like doing that, and I hate it when my Stranges do it. Unless we have an ult or something. Like if we have a couple ults and we're on a domination map, we continued the round and we still have a couple ults, I'm fine with dropping straight on top of them. But I feel like setting your portal near them, but not right next to them, is a lot better, because it makes them think about where they need to move, whether or not they need to put pressure on you, or whether or not they need to run away. And look at what they did. That Cloak and Dagger's behind us. She's running away. We instantly capped the point. The portal paid off. Nothing else to say about it. Now how are we gonna push forward? I'm taking the space. Me and Magneto are taking the space. This Magneto I was playing with was really good. He was playing aggressive with me, and I'm going to protect him because he's playing up with me. if he doesn't have his shield and he doesn't have his bubble, I'm gonna use my shield. Now look, I'm cycling my shield, but at a certain point, I stopped cycling it. I got that bubble. My shield was 164 HP. I stopped using it. Don't just waste away your shields.
I have fallen under their sway.
Now, look how far we have pushed this payload in so little time. Me and the Magneto, and I'm assuming one support and probably another DPS behind me, where we're all pushing forward. We're making an aggressive push to make sure that they don't have the space for free. The tanks are responsible for making sure that the enemy tanks don't get to push forward for free, because if they get to push forward, everybody else does too. So make sure you hold it and make sure you are preventing them from feeling like it's safe to move forward.
On a show! Friends, gather around! Grand finale!
Help, friends.
Now, I'm not sure if we win this fight here.
Eye of Agamotto.
That was a
The eye
bad
of
ult by me
Agamotto.
because I was blinded and didn't really see what I was doing. And also the cloak and dagger ult. There's many reasons I shouldn't have ulted there, but that just shows my inexperience.
Warriors from the deepest seas. Our enemies are near.
Now here my whole team's dead. I die. We team wipe. That's fine. We got 4 minutes left. We're not worried about nothing. We have 2
By the
ults,
shades of the
and
seraphim,
we're
I
coming up on
return.
another one. Now I didn't have portal here. I was on cooldown. It was on 24 seconds left. So what I said is, if this fight doesn't work out, I'm gonna use my portal on the next fight. Now nobody had any idea this Punisher was up top. I don't know if you noticed him on the top left behind us, but he's up there. I don't know what the hell he's doing up there, but he's up there.
I cast you back to the dead.
Now, we just got 3 picks right off the bat. Our Black Panther and our Magneto ulted at once. I'm telling you, 1 ult is really scary on this game, but 2 ults at the same time? Jeez, bro. 2 ults at the same time is terrifying.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
I don't have to be center stage.
So that guy finally dies. My Magneto died. I was too focused on what the hell was happening with that Punisher. So it's kind of my fault that he died. So I apologize for that, Magneto.
Your nation has some strange subjects, Namor. From the coldest depths, I cast you back to the depths. Judge, jury,
Now,
execution.
I got no idea what the hell that Punisher was doing on the left, but our Hawkeye just destroyed him.
That's it! Don't let anything stand in your way.
Look how much pressure we have. We just used 1 ult. We used 1 singular ult for that, and they used the Punisher and they used their Hawkeye ult. And they got no value,
This is your big chance against the
and they don't touch.
Final score 3-2-2.
Well, that's the game. That was my GM2 rank up game. 0 out of 100. Nothing special, but I think there's something really important that I have to say that most people aren't doing, or they're tricking themselves into thinking they need to do. You don't need to pick your best character. You don't need to pick your most played character. And if you have a lot of experience on other games like shooters, just if you have experience on shooters, play the DPS characters. You're probably going to have a good time on these DPS, especially the hit scan characters like Hela, even though she usually gets banned, and then Punisher. People say Punisher's a basic character, even though he's my main. I get it, he's a basic character, but it's not easy to play him well. And you'll notice I didn't even pick him this game. I haven't even playing very much Punisher once I hit high diamond GM. You don't need a one trick. You don't need to play your most experienced characters. You just need to do what is best for your team. And I recognize that they had 2 snipers and we didn't have 2 shields. So I brought another shield into the game and that changed everything. Do what your team needs most. If you don't know what that is, ask them. Ask them what they need. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Not every game is going to go in your favor. And that's just how it is. And not every game is going to be just a roll. But you see my win-loss recently? Now, I don't play every day. You'll see. Look at this. So I played 3 games that day. Looks like I played a couple of games earlier. Lost a few. But I don't even play very much, and I use my time wisely. That's how I was able to get to GM2 in 40 hours. And I think not everybody's going to be able to do this. This is not something that most people are going to be able to do. Most people are not the top 1% in the world. That's just how it is. And you got to just accept that. If you think that you're going to hit GM just because you've watched a bunch of GM players show you how to hit it, it's probably not going to happen. But as long as you do your best in every game and you are focusing on making the best out of your team, focus on making sure your team is doing what it needs to do. See, I say that Winter Soldier is my second or third main on DPS, but I barely have any time on him. And that's okay. I'll try my best, and if I lose, I lose. But sometimes you need to swap the characters and mix up the game plan. I hope this helps. I tried to give little bit of positioning tips and decision making, why I did what I did, and I hope it makes you understand that you don't need to one trick, you don't need to avoid the characters that you don't understand. Now, I would say avoid the characters that you've never played before. If you've never played a character, please don't touch it. If you have at least an hour of experience on a certain character, I'd say you're probably ready. But there's a few minute things that people don't understand about characters, such as like Groot. They don't understand that his walls do damage. And Mantis, for example, some people don't know that you can wake up people from a Mantis sleep. Like, there's little things like that that you don't understand about characters that you might need, and those little things definitely help. And that's why I say general tips are pretty shit. And another thing, if you're a solo queue player, I just want to say it's probably not a good idea. I know some people just want to prove it to their friends or prove it to themselves, or I don't know what you're solo queuing for, but I highly, highly, highly recommend playing with another person. It always helps. Always. The common denominator in every game is you, but if you want to add another one, if you want to add another common denominator to the game, add a friend to the game. And it doesn't have to be somebody you know well. These 3 games that I played to get up to GM2 was with a guy I just met. I literally just met him, and I went 19-0, 6-0, and 24-6, and we won all 3 games, and he got up to GM1. It was the first time he ever hit GM1, and we did it together. And it's possible to do a lot of things with teammates, because if you trust each other to do what's needed to be done, then you can get a lot done. Anyways, I hope this helps. Thank you, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye.